It's a great day, my amazing CEOs. Welcome to the CEO Sales Huddle. Thanks so much for tuning in. We appreciate your time. And our promise is this will be a good use of your time where you will build an 8 or 9 figure sales department, which allows you not only to serve more people, impact more lives, but also generate the revenue that's necessary to execute the vision you have for the people you were called to serve. And every morning we start with our core philosophy. I think everybody lives by some type of philosophy. And one of our philosophies at the company is success leaves clues. And while it's not a new idea, you would likely agree with me that if someone else has done it, there's probably a pathway there. There's probably some footprints. There's something that we can follow in, or if they've done it, so can we. So how does that relate to you as the CEO, where every morning we look at a case study? That's how we start. And in that case study, we looked at the challenges that business had, the CEO decisions they had to make, the lessons they learned, and more importantly, how we can apply it directly to our sales department, which allows us to be able to go faster, quicker, easier with proven practices to take us to the next level. So let's go ahead and get started with the case study this morning, because I want you just to imagine for a moment a world where everything is scarce and people are struggling just to make ends meet. And this was really Germany after World War II. The country was in ruins and people needed affordable food to survive. Carl and Theo Albach, two brothers who had just returned from the war, faced this challenge head on. They inherited a small grocery store from their mother, and it was their job to make it to work in a time when money was tight and resources were very, very, very limited. Sound like you as a CEO starting off a business, by the way. The Albrecht brothers knew they had to do something different to succeed. So they turned their store into a discount haven, selling only non-perishable goods at a very low price. They didn't spend money on fancy ads or decorations. Instead, they focused on what mattered most, keeping prices low for their customers. Here's an interesting fact, is that by 1955, their strategy had worked so well that they had expanded to over 100 stores across Germany. But there was a hiccup. The brothers disagreed on whether to sell cigarettes, which led to a split in their business. Now, this conflict didn't stop their growth. It really only made it stronger. In fact, the key to Aldi's success was their sales strategy. Now, I want you to lean in. I want you to tune in now. They understood that their customers' needs, and they built a system that kept prices low without compromising quality. So by focusing on efficiency and cutting unnecessary costs, they created a sales system that was both simple and effective. This approach allowed them to expand internationally and enter in the United States in 1976. Their low-cost model became especially popular after the 2008 recession, proving that a solid sales strategy can withstand any economic challenges. So what's my big takeaway for you? The Albright brothers taught us the importance of having a strong sales system. And by focusing on what customers truly need and eliminating unnecessary expenses, businesses can grow their revenue and impact lives. Aldi's story is a testament to the power of strategic sales leadership. It's not just about selling products. It's about understanding your market and delivering value in a way that really resonates with your audience. You do that, and you will see your sales go up, 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 up in a way. With that being said, my name, by the way, is Shay Brown, host of the CEO Sales Huddle. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate you. And every morning, I like to get started with one of our core mantras. Now, the mantra is something that you believe in. The mantra is something that you're looking at. The mantra is something that stays in front of you. In fact, this is a mantra that every CEO should have for just their sales department. Like when you go to your sales department, the mantra should be clear. The mantra should be there. In fact, you can go and say these three words after me. Focus on sales. I'll say it again. Focus on sales. I'll say it again. Focus on sales. Here's my belief. If you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. There's a huge why here. A really big why. Because sales, at the end of the day, is the oxygen for every great business in history. And what does that mean for you? What that means for you is that if you're not bringing in these sales, then there's more money going out the bank account. That means it's going out than there is coming in. And when that happens, that becomes a very, very serious problem. You would probably agree with me on that. So let's go back and focus on why it's so important. Here's the point I want to make and the point I want to land. Selling is serious business. Selling is serious business. Selling at the end of the day is very, very serious business. In fact, it's so serious that we even have a pledge from the CEO to the sales department. And the pledge is just 3 words. Learn, earn, return. Learn, earn, return. Here's something that you can sell yourself every single day. You can repeat these words after me. I have to learn something new. We just did a case study. Didn't have to learn something new. In order to earn new revenue from current clients, in order to get new and old clients to return. So I must learn, I must earn, and I must return. And that leads us directly into our objectives every morning with the CEO Sales Huddle. Our number one objective is really all about sales progress. And this is about taking a look at any hurdles that are out there. So we know every day is not rainbows, cupcakes, and unicorns. Got it. But it's also about stepping back and looking at the 5 core sales pillars that every CEO needs to understand in order to be successful. Sales pillar number 1, you must have a 1-page CEO sales plan. Sales pillar number 2, you must have a sales cycle. What's the cycle that the customer has to go through, and where are they in the cycle that you're working on? Number 3, the sales message. What's the message that we are communicating to our clients? Number 3, what gets measured gets managed. We have a CEO dashboard. You have to be able to run the business based on the numbers. And then we got to build a 7-figure sales team. Now, for those folks who tune in every day at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we appreciate you. Do me a favor, look below the video. Like right now, take a moment, look below the video, and just put hashtag I'm here. If you're on one of the platforms, you can do that. Put hashtag I'm here. I love to connect with you. I respond to every single message. I'm looking forward to connecting with you. If you're watching right now on one of our on-demand platforms, and you can't do that. You're like, Shay, I'm on the on-demand platform. I can't do that. Let's go and connect. The way we can connect is go over to @IamCheBrown, @IamCheBrown, and drop me a DM. Let me know you're in the conversation. Let me know your biggest success for your sales department. Let me know your biggest challenge for your sales department. I'm looking forward to connecting because success is a team sport. We can only get so far by ourselves. So we all are learning together. We all are growing together. And isn't that what it's about at the end of the day? The question I get asked often is, why the CEO Sales Huddle? What is the CEO Sales Huddle about? The CEO Sales Huddle is a place where CEOs gather to understand how to sell more faster. So we're going to get there. I get that. But getting there together faster, isn't that what it's all about? The speed that we can get to? Our big why. It's about sales growth. It's about accountability, and it's about consistency. And consistency is important. Now, how do we be consistent? How do we do that? Well, every morning we have this broadcast. And you and I, we get together for 15 minutes. Now, in that 15 minutes, we're focused on the sales department. It might be the only time you're this focused, this tuned in on the sales department all day. And when you take a look at that, then you're going to say, okay, well, let me see. There's 1,440 minutes in every day. I'm going to take 1% of my day to focus on the one area that generates revenue. And in that 1% of the day, I'm going to take a look at what's working and what's not working because we have a number one outcome. And our number one outcome is $100,000 a month of consistent, predictable, reliable revenue over and beyond whatever you're earning today. As a result of being in this conversation, you generate extra $100,000 a month. Isn't that kind of cool? Isn't that amazing? Oh my gosh, that's kind of, think about what you're going to do with extra $100,000. Now, some of you might be saying, well, Shay, how do you do that? I'm kind of curious because a lot of our clients, we had to give them a process. We had to give them a system. They wanted to get there, but they didn't have a roadmap. So we created something that it just revolutionized the entire industry. And that is the CEO Sales Dashboard. It had not existed before. It was a challenge in the world. They heard what gets measured gets managed. They heard they got to know their numbers. But where do they find their numbers? Where do they get their hands on it? Quick, easy, fast. And hence, the CEO Sales Dashboard was created to really monitor the 5 key indicators that every CEO has to monitor anyway. I mean, this is something that every day should be top of mind to you. And that is how many leads came into the database. Number 2 should be how many appointments were set for someone to have a conversation with your sales department. Number 3, which I think is even more important, which was how many offers did we make? And to do this, we created the CEO dashboard. Now, the CEO dashboard looks something just like this. You can take a look at it. You can download it over at ceosalesdashboard.com. Once you do, you just look on the left-hand side, and you'll see it has leads, appointments, offers, deals, and repeat business. So we have it there. Now, you can go to leads. Let's say you're looking at leads today, or let's say you're looking at appointments today. Let's say you're looking at offers. You can go across and find today's date. And I want you to go back and look at your business. Say, how many offers came in yesterday? Like, we made an offer. Now, you might be saying, Shay, what do we make an offer in? What's one of the categories? Let's take a look at that. Maybe you made an offer for a credit card. Someone wants to purchase from you. Maybe your team made an offer for your number one product for someone to sign a contract. Maybe there was an offer on the table for someone to send an ACH payment. What I want you to really focus on is one or two of your top products. Put those in there right now, and I want you to adopt the one philosophy of what gets measured gets managed, what gets managed gets better. Oh my gosh, how cool is that? Now, every day is not gonna be rainbows. Every day is not gonna be cupcakes. But we do wanna acknowledge our wins. We're not gonna beat ourselves up. So let's go over, because powerful people ask powerful questions. Why? Because questions steer focus. And in this life, you get exactly what you focus on. So let's go and take a look at some of the questions that we have. Let's celebrate some wins first. Number one, what are you most proud of? Like go ahead and write that down. For the sales department, what are you most proud of? This is just yesterday. What was your biggest accomplishment yesterday? What do you want to brag about today? You just want to brag. You can't wait to brag. You can't wait to toss your hands in the air and say, yes, this is what we did yesterday. Yes, this is what we did. Yes, this is what we did. Yes, we did. Doesn't that sound amazing? Doesn't that sound incredible? Isn't that a great place to be in? And then we go to the other side and say, wait a minute. Everything ain't perfect. Every day's not rainbows, cupcakes, and unicorns. I got you, Shay. I got you, and I can feel you. I got you feeling over there. So we're going to do something a little bit different. We're never going to go look at the challenges that come in. So we're going to ask ourselves 3 questions, because powerful people ask powerful questions, because questions steer focus. And in this life, you get exactly what you focus on. So number 1, what was your biggest roadblock yesterday in the sales department? What's preventing you today from moving forward in the sales department? And number 3, what's the one thing that you can do that if you did it, it would move your life and or business forward, and you're going to make a decision to do that now? It's all up to you. It's up to you. Isn't that kind of cool? My message of the day is own it. I know that's not going to sound so cool, but own it. I want you to own the sales department. I want you to own the results in the sales department. I want you to say, it's up to me. I, as a CEO, allocate the resources to the sales department. I, as a CEO, allocate the sales processes to the CEO. And I, as the CEO, set the sales strategy for the sales department. And when you do that and you own it, then you can tweak the little pieces that need to be tweaked, because it's never going to be perfect. You do that, and that's my message of the day. You will see your sales go up, 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 in a way. With that being said, my name, by the way, is Shay Brown, host of the CEO Sales Huddle. It's been an honor and a privilege to serve you. Make it a great day, everyone, and we'll make some good things how we connect again next time. God bless, and keep doing God's work.